Everybody, welcome back. This is week 2. We're going to start chapter 1. And again, this is just going to be an easy week. It's read the chapter and do the quiz. Again, we're kind of easing into this. Next week, we'll start coding and doing some other stuff. But we're going to ease in to this course this semester. Yeah, as you can see, you're watching the video here. You'll read chapter 1 and you will take the quiz. Now, if you've set everything up correctly, you should just be able to click this link and it will open up into the Cengage book. It should open up right here. And in this chapter, it's kind of a preview of what we're going to be doing for the rest of the course. So you'll see there's chapter 1.1, 1.2, and then it goes over chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. That actually confused me a little bit when I saw it the first time. I thought I was done with chapter 1 and going into chapter 2. But these are just short little blurbs about what we will do in future lessons or future weeks. So read through all of this and then take the quiz. Some things you may want to remember for the quiz is that if you are programming something for Android, you're going to want to use Java. If you're programming for iPhone or iPad, you're going to want to use Objective-C. Some of you may know that you can use also the Swift programming language. That's relatively new. And they also still use Java. But remember Objective-C for the quiz. If you're programming for a Microsoft device, you want to use the .NET framework or Visual Basic. Remember that. Remember the term dedicated application. So I think last week I mentioned, we're not making applications as you would think of them on a phone in this course. We're making web applications. A dedicated application is what you would see on a phone. This is going to be a web application that you can modify it. It'll look just like on the phone. It'll look just like a regular application, but it's actually going out to the web and doing some other stuff. The reason we can develop apps that run across all platforms is because of the emergence of HTML5 and JavaScript. And that's what we're doing in this class. If you want to use Java to write an application, it's only going to work on Android. It's not going to work on iOS. If you want to use Objective-C, it's not going to work on Android. It's only going to work on iOS. And Visual Basic will only work on Windows phones. So we want to make our applications to work across any device. We don't have to worry about all that other stuff. That's why we're using HTML5 and JavaScript. So remember that. You're going to see something about JSON files, JSON. That's how I pronounce it, JSON. You may hear it pronounced another way, but it stands for JavaScript Object Notation. And we use we use JSON for storing a lot of data. Just remember that you store and exchange text information with JSON files. And if we want to draw on a web page, we have to draw on something called a canvas. You'll read about that in the chapter, but just remember that for the quiz. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're having any problems, issues, or I got any questions, let me know. Send me an email. Thanks a lot.